Hey, Tarosphere, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures. So we are broadcasting live now, I suppose. Oh my goodness, that took a minute. Okay, setting everything up so I can see the live chat. And here we go. Hi, Simon, how are you? Oh my goodness, so excited to see you on this morning. Oh my goodness, and Sunflower, good to see you as well. So let's see, this morning I've got a fun little tarot that is almost out of print, you guys. I think there's like 6 copies of it left. So go ahead and run and get it. It's called the Mutation Tarot. This is from an old Kickstarter from 2015, I believe. Yeah, it's a fun little one. I got it from I forget who I bought it off of, but it was through Instagram, actually. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's adorable. And he was like, well, I've got an extra copy. And I was able to go ahead and grab it. And it's the slim version. I'm so excited. So if you want the slim version, just know that the borders are not amazingly perfect. Some of them are a little unevenly cut, but it's not so bad that it's going to make you go crazy, I suppose. And the borders are so thin that, like, see how they're just a teensy weensy bit uneven? Teensy weensy bit. So I've had these for a while, which is why they're curved, because I tend to smoosh them. It's not cold at all on Cape Cod, actually. This morning, the sun is shining. As my husband would put it, it's gray sweatshirt weather. It's just been so crazy. And Simon, I can't believe you have the afternoon off of work. Oh my goodness, lucky duck. So yeah, this is the Major Arcana. We're just going to do a quick little flip through. With there only being several copies of it left, I thought it might be fun to let you guys know about it and then maybe start a little bit of a cat fight over who gets what. So it doesn't feature people. It features anthropomorphic, like, weirdo creatures. However, there are definitely, you know, aspects of male and female. I mean, like, this guy's just got his bits out there. And then we've got the High Priestess, probably my favorite card in the whole thing. Her face is just like this weird cavern. It's awesome. Oh no, focus, come on. There we go. Like, the imagery is just amazing. So if you're looking for a bit of an alternative, let me switch hands so the sun's not so bad on. Oh, that made it even worse. So if you're looking for a fun little alternative to a Rider-Waite, but something that's still basically a Rider-Waite, this deck is awesome. I love the Emperor. He reminds me of the creature from the Black Lagoon. But yeah, they're still active on Facebook. You can catch them on their Facebook. Oh, hi, Lucy. How are you? You can still, like I said, there's a handful of decks left. There's a traditional tarot size with very large borders, but that hasn't stopped you all from trimming stuff before. You can still request a deck. I think they're looking into doing a second printing. I'm not so sure how long that notice has been up on their website, though. So this is just, it's an amazing little deck. I highly recommend it. So we'll do some readings with that in a little bit. Judgment, that card is just so perfect. And then the World. Ooh, the Hermit card. Let's see, where's the Hermit card? Of course, we have to do the Hermit card because Simon's here. What did I do with it? Death, Temperance. Oh my God, what did I do with the Hermit card? There it is. So this is the Hermit. He's got kind of like a Cthulhu vibe going on. But like I said, it's very traditional still. Like, you still get hermit vibes off of it. But yeah, it's awesome. And it's not a pip deck. I separated out the minors so that you guys could take a peek at them. Sorry, the deck is bowing a little bit. but I didn't want, so, and it's catching the light. I took the curtains down in here so I could hang blinds, and I just haven't gotten around to hanging the blinds yet. So the sun is just like, I'm here, motherfuckers. I love this 8 of Cups. It is gorgeous. And the 10 of Cups. And the courts are still very courty, but again, without being people. I also love how they mutated. I don't know if you noticed, but the animals, they've also made the animals into mutations. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate this camera so much. I'm getting a new one, you guys. I just don't know when. I picked one out. And hopefully that'll solve this whole stupid focusing issue. But yes, we'll be doing a little bit of readings with that momentarily. And then I just wanted to update you a little bit on where we were in the process of the planner. Super exciting. Samples have started rolling in. This isn't a sample, but this is, for those that don't know, I'm creating a planner. Super exciting. This is one of the rough drafts. This font will be changing. And then I updated this font to be less swoopy, a little more plain, so that way you guys could impose your own styles onto your planners. But I think I found a printer. I'm so excited. Samples came in. They were so professional. The paper is exactly what I wanted. It's a nice, thick, smooth 120 GSM. No bleeding from everything that I've tested on it so far. The construction of the sample planner they sent me is awesome. The accordion, Simon, you just love everything. The accordion pocket is super well constructed. The gussets on the side, let me see if I've got, I do, I have a planner handy right here. Okay. So when I talk about a gusset, what I'm talking about is this little piece right here, the accordion part. Most of the time, not in this planner, thankfully, most of the time you'll find that they're made with the same kind of paper that the pocket's made out of, which means that, you know, they can fall apart or rip easy. So the gusset that I have coming in for the planner is going to be a black fabric to offset on the white offset thing. So it'll go with the whole black and white theme. I think it'll be really fun. I think you guys will like it. So I'm going to I'm going to finalize some stuff. Oh, and then I've already, yeah, the accordion pockets. Yeah. So hopefully I'm hoping the fabric gusset, I have a few planners with fabric gusset folds on the pockets, and they haven't ripped yet. And I cram a lot of bullshit into them. So hopefully, Simon, that will take care of that issue. I mean, the paper itself on the pocket could probably rip if you treated it like crazily. But I mean, it's still a paper planner. But as far as construction goes, I think I found a top-notch company. And then what was I going to say? Oh, so we've got some people doing guest spreads, which is another bit of news. I announced it on Instagram already, but for those that don't know, I have 4 creators creating spreads for the planner. So we've got them. We're going to split them into the planner quarterly. They're not just quarterly spreads, though. You can use them every day. I just thought it might be a fun little breakup. Usually when you have a planner, there's usually like an after month review, or there's a like a quarterly check-in or a midway year check-in, like, how is your life going? And it's just like, you know what, planner, don't need your like judgment in my life right now. Like, it's halfway through the year. I haven't accomplished shit. Okay. I got through my day. Thank you for helping me with that. But I thought I would do away with the judgmental monthly and quarterly like check-ins, because we're adults. We're capable of doing that on our own. And I replace them with fun tarot spreads that you can work into every day. You can just do it during the quarter. So the first two, I've got Ivan from Tarot Pros. He's done an amazing daily download spread, which helps you kind of go through the events of the day and to digest the little bits and pieces. And then Shannon from Rebel Deck has created an amazing spread called the Why Am I Being an Asshole spread? And it's a little spicy, but I think that you guys will enjoy it. It's really funny. And they're all done in the styles of the guest stars. So the Rebel Deck spread is very much the bright, fun, poppy colors. Ivan's is a little more classic and clean. And then I've got two other people that are doing spreads. I don't want to announce them yet, but I'm really excited for them. Two other deck creators. So that'll be super awesome and fun. And I can't wait to announce them. Two of my most favorite people. And then I've been toying with, don't hold me to this, but I've been thinking about doing a contest for a 5th spread. Like and share and spread the word, and you can be entered to have your spread put in the planner for the Kickstarter edition. I don't know. But anyway, that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here for readings. We're going to take the Mutation Tarot for a quick little spin. But yeah, the gusset pockets always rip, like moleskins or moleskines, however you guys like to pronounce it. Those almost always rip. A couple of other like cheapy Amazon type planners, they always tend to rip. So what planners have I been using? I've got the Commit 30 planner that I've been kind of toying with, because I found their printer, but they were really expensive, if we're going to be honest. So I don't know how they're making any money off of that planner, but I found the Commit 30s printer, so I bought that planner, and I've just been like folding, bending, spindling, and mutilating it. And I found the Law of Attraction planners printer, and again, a little bit expensive. So they're using a fabric gusset. Commit 30 is using a fabric gusset. Panda Planner uses a fabric gusset. I haven't found their printer, but I found, like I said, the company I found is completely professional. They sent like this whole packet. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my God. Sorry about that. It's the sunshine. So I found the Panda Planner. I didn't find Panda Planner's printer, but fabric gusset. I've been using those planners for a long time. Those are the ones that I usually cram full of stuff. And then my Passion Planner, sorry, I had a little dog hair there. My Passion Planner. Hi, Liv, how are you? So if you have any questions, guys, just pop them in the thing and I'll do some readings for you. So Passion Planner, unfortunately, I don't have any of the pocketed versions of that because I bought the Eco. When I got that planner, I bought the one that had the reusable leather cover and then the completely recyclable insert. And then they wound up not going in that direction. So they discontinued that line because people had problems with the planner opening and closing correctly in the cover. And I think it's just because you have to be you have to finesse it a little bit. And people weren't being very gentle. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any 44th birthday. Congratulations, Liv. Oh my goodness. You don't look a day past 18. Okay, bye. Aw, client call. That's good though. That's work. Oh, Moon's leaving. Creative Coffee, you snuck in there. So yes, if you have any reading requests, I want to get back to doing readings. It's been a while since I've done any good readings. So getting back to my roots. Getting back to my roots, doing readings with my cards. Yeah, I think we're going to take, and I've been thinking about the direction I wanted to take the YouTube channel into. we're going to go a little more old school with it. I'm going to do some pre-taped stuff. And then for lives, we're going to keep those to mostly just readings and updates. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to do a card pull or a reading for you. It's a fun little deck. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's not letting me shuffle it. So it shuffles weird. If we're going to continue on with a bit of the review of the deck, because these cards have bowed, because for whatever reason, when I grab them, I tend to squeeze them and make them bowed. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's starting to become like a little bit of a hot dog bun. Shuffling them is difficult. They are very hard to shuffle the long way. It's a very long reach for your hand. Absolutely. What, do you have a question? So Sunflower has a tea. Hi, how are you? So yes, absolutely. Just a general reading. All right, we'll do a general 3 cards. How's that? We'll do a breakfast, lunch, and dinner reading. All right. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ooh, 4 of Cups. Knight of Wands. And the 10 of Swords. Oh God, no, why? Oh God, why? What a horrible way to end the day. All right, so if we're going with like a general feel for the day type thing, morning's gonna be a little bit ho-hum for you. I know. And then the middle of the day, I mean, I don't know if this is how usually your day goes, but we're doing a breakfast, lunch, and dinner reading. So beginning of the day is, you know, probably not that big of a morning person. Wake up out of bed being like, oh, ho-hum. Like, I don't really want to get out of bed. Morning sucks. I need 4 cups of coffee to get going. Like, what the fuck, man? And then by the middle of the day, you're like super gung-ho. You find one thing to really focus in on and you Leroy Jenkins the shit out of it without any thought or like just even a notion of budgeting your energy throughout the day. Like, you know, let me take a little bit of this Leroy Jenkins and like insert them into my morning. And then let me save some for later tonight because I still have stuff I have to handle at the end of the day. So this tells me that you tend to be like, one thing. And then by the end of the night, you're just like, fuck that noise. Like you're just so exhausted and can't even, and like in theory, you know, the spirit is willing, but the body isn't able. So what this is kind of telling me is you have to look at rebudgeting the way that you expend your energy throughout the day. Also take a look at your coffee consumption, she says, as she sips her giant coffee. It's funny that usually when I do, I call them breakfast, lunch, dinner readings, which is just like a super duper general, super duper general reading for the day, or like how you spend a day. Usually I get the cups for the morning, and the more cups you see, the more coffee the person tends to drink. It's really funny. So they get like the 10 of cups, and you're just like, you love mornings. You also have a caffeine problem. And they're just like, yeah. So that's really fun to look out for. So it doesn't look like you drink coffee so much, but maybe take a peek at like 4 cups is kind of a lot. And again, maybe start to think of how you're spending your energy dollars throughout the day, if that makes any sense. I sound like one of those salespeople that's just like, save your energy dollars by switching to a new provider and signing up for this 2-year contract. For those of you that know about those weird like energy people salesmen. But yeah, just really kind of take a look at how you're spending. Like, don't spend your energy on stuff that doesn't need it. conserve and kind of spread out the way that you're spending your energy. And like, remember to not put all of your feeling, energy, emotions, and whatnot into one thing during your day, because you've got other stuff that's going to come up, like between like lunch and dinner and evening is like a whole like bunch of hours. So you got to make sure that you've got enough to get you through that whole thing. And I think once you find that you've balanced that a little bit more, mornings will be maybe a little easier, but I hope that makes sense. Does anybody else want a reading? Oh my goodness. So just so you guys know, and you can ask some questions about it if you want, Cosmic Creeper, aka T, and Simon have been taking the planner for test drives. I'm so excited about that. So you can ask them all the questions if you want, but they've been sworn to secrecy. But they can talk about it if they want. I don't care. But yes. Anybody else? So you had an argument with your neighbor this morning? Oh. Ew. Neighbors are the worst. Can confirm. You made a big career change? Yay! Yay, I'm so glad for you. A card to show the direction for the upcoming year. Direction for the upcoming year. Okay, so Liv's cards. These cards take a little bit longer to shuffle, so you have to shuffle them hand over hand, and you have to do them like the long way, which makes them a little unruly sometimes. The bend ironically helps with that. Oh, gross. So I've got nothing against partaking in cannabis. I think that cannabis is like the research into it is just starting to be amazing. There's no reason to fumigate your neighbors. Like, it's still like people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna vape and do whatever, and like there needs to be more manners around it. Like, if that makes any sense. You cannot fishbowl your car and then walk around like people aren't going to smell that shit on you because you smell like dirty. You smell like the skunk that crawled out of the asshole of another skunk. But anyway, we've got Liv's cards for the day. But yeah, there needs to be a whole like new, kind of like there were, you know, when smoking first came on the scene, everybody was gross. And then eventually there were some societal changes, like a bunch of like unspoken rules came up around it. Like, hey, maybe don't smoke in the middle of a crowded public place, or, you know, don't smoke in a restaurant, or I just had to tell somebody the other day not to vape in my store, like blowing all the clouds. I was just like, this is inside. Please don't do that inside. But anyway, okay, so we have, let's see. Okay, so for Liv, for the year, interesting. So first you got the World, which at the, like, a 3-card spread, like beginning, middle, end. So you get the World for the beginning of the year, which is a really interesting card to have pulled. So it feels like whatever stuff that you had going on in 2018 has tied together almost perfectly to end whatever, like it's, I mean, you know, energy and projects and all that stuff aren't like, well, it's January 1st, so we're done. So I tend to find like this time of year, first quarter, like is really when people's years are ending. Like, if that makes any sense. Energetically, that's when, like, if you follow a year cycle, you know, stuff is finally started to tie up. Like, you know, you're doing your taxes, you've resolved some of the issues that you put on hold for the holidays. You know, some artwork has finally had a chance to be finished up. You know, whatever it is you've got going on, that cycle is coming to a close. It's almost done. It's going to tie up perfectly. Everything will be okay. That being said, Alpha versus Omega. The world is really the fool, right? Up is down, left is right. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. So with the ending of this comes the beginning of the Fool cycle. So what we have going on for you next would be the Knight of Swords. This is a tricky card because this guy is like always shoot first and ask questions later. And that you can't really do that. Not in life anyway. I mean, he's kind of I like to call him the, hi, Ivan, how are you? I was just spilling about your super awesome spread for the planner. I'm so excited. That's just so you guys know, Tarot Pros is the creator of one of the special guest spreads. But yes, the Knight of Swords, you can't really, this is a burning bridge kind of a card. I would caution you against it. Certainly go after whatever next project you have with gusto, and maybe come out of that action brain a little bit though. This guy is just like, do it! But he's like, if Leroy Jenkins had an evil twin, you know, he's going like, he's less like, haha, this will be hilarious and everybody might be mad for a second, but like, it'll be okay. It'll be a big joke thing. This guy is like, no, fuck you. So you want to kind of slow down that energy in the year a bit, maybe come out of, like I said, come out of that like knee-jerk reaction. I'm going to like say what I want and burn this and do this and like fuck everyone else. Like, no. So kind of slow that down a bit. And then for the ending part of the year, we've got the Six of Swords, which says to me that even though we've cautioned against Knight of Swords type action, that's probably going to be what you encounter anyway. And if this isn't coming from you, then you want to like kind of not handle with kid gloves, but maybe kind of examine like anybody in your life that does act that way. And there's going to be a moving away of energy. There's just a big shift for you coming this year. Thoughts, feelings, ideas. You're going to be shedding a lot of stuff this year. That's kind of like, okay, it doesn't serve me. This person doesn't serve me. These attitudes don't serve me. Like this social media account doesn't serve me. My clutter and junk doesn't serve me. Whatever it is, you're going to be shedding and moving away from it, like a job, whatever it is. Like you're definitely going to be, kind of feeling it. So anyway, just be prepared for huge shifts. Hi, Kelly. How are you this year? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. That reminds me, Simon, just in case, I'm going to make you, because you pop on every once in a while, I'm going to make Simon a moderator. Yay. And I'm going to make Ivan a moderator. Just going to add all the moderators. There we go. I'm going to make T a moderator. Where's T? Here you are, T. Where'd you go? Yay, T, you're a moderator now. There, we've got a whole bunch of moderators to deal with that nonsense person. All right, so anyway, if that makes any sense for you, I hope the year goes a little bit easier for you. But yes, that's it. Does anybody else have any readings? I will do one more and then I have to go to work. Mod troops. Yay, mod troops. I was like, mod troops. I was like, is that like Mod Podge? You can tell that my brain is definitely on crafting right now. So yes. If does anybody else have any, you're welcome, Sunflower. Thank you for being a moderator. Thank you anybody who does mod here for being a moderator. Ruby Rose is here and Lena's here. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of people that snuck in. Oh yeah. I miss doing lives, you guys. So does anybody else want a reading? Because we're doing one more and then I have to bounce. I'm happy you're on too, Ivan. So to recap for those that are just popping in, we are working with the Mutation Tarot today. I put a link below, and I believe there's only one slim copy left and like 5 of the regular tarot copies in. So if you want it, you gotta run and get it. Sorry. And then we also have a little bit of news about the planner. It's a really fun little deck. For those of you with smaller hands who aren't afraid to modify, what I would recommend is getting the regular tarot size and cutting the borders. Because I've got my big, you know, Dr. Zoidberg claws, my lobster hands, and I have a bit of a hard time handling this deck. The only reason I mentioned deck sizes is because, like, seriously, like, I'm that episode of Seinfeld where, like, I am man hands from Seinfeld, and it's fine. But anyway, yeah. So if I have a hard time handling a deck, I know people with traditionally smaller hands, like girls usually have smaller hands than I do. I'm a big girl. So I just, yes, that is true, Kelly. If you want to eat lobster and live on Cape Cod, you do need some lobster kraken mitts. All right, so Lena would like a reading. But yes, you can do a deck mod. The images on the traditional tarot size are considerably smaller. They do have images of them up, so that way it's not like, oh, P.S. But yes, you're going to have to definitely go back and watch. This deck is beautiful, Kelly. And then there's a link below the video, so that way if you wanted to catch it that way. So Lena, we will do a reading for you. And then I am going to, and then I'm going to go to work. I don't want to go to work. Work is for jerks. That's why it rhymes with jerks. Work rhymes with jerk. Because that is what working does to us. It turns us into jerks. Anyway. So the shop is still up for sale. I thought I had somebody who was going to buy it, and then they backed out because he found out his wife was going to have a baby, which is completely understandable. But I'm like, dogs are way better than babies. Why would you, like, why would you? But anyway. All right. So Lena, any type of reading that you would like? I was doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, which is general energy for the day. We did a year type of a reading. Was there a question you wanted me to focus on, or was it just a general type of a reading? Oh my goodness. But yes. A Merc. I suppose you could buy a Merc. What kind of Merc? What kind of Merc, Simon? I almost called you Herman because I wanted to say Hermit's Cave and Simon at the same time, and I almost called you Herman, and I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, Ivan, come visit me in the summer anyway. Like Cape Cod, I'll still be here. Cape Cod is beautiful. And then maybe we can go to the goddamn beach. Will you meet your soulmate soon? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Soulmate. Have you been called Herman? Oh my God, why? That's such soulmate. That's such a anybody who names their kid Herman seriously deserves a punch. Like at this point, it's 2019. The name Herman should no longer be a thing. Oh, soulmate. So for your reading, Lena, you got the 2 of Pentacles, and then you also got the Ace of Swords, and then you got the 6 of Swords. So this, yeah, it worked for Herman Munster because it was like 1,000 years ago, and that's when the name Herman was appropriate. But anyway, that, okay, so to get back to Lena, I'm sorry. So Lena, this reading tells me that you're probably going to meet someone. You're going to go back and forth for a little bit, and then you're going to meet somebody who you think is your soulmate, but in the end probably won't be. Sometimes tarot is just really that straightforward. You know, you're probably seeing a few different people, or you have a few different options as far as romantic partners are concerned, and you're having a hard time choosing between them. Usually when you have that kind of wishy-washy, like, I don't know, yes, maybe, those people usually aren't for you. Those feelings of doubt, sometimes, yes, it's the ego brain being like, I don't know if they're a good fit for me. So it's called the Mutation Tarot, Kelly, because the creatures in it aren't humans, they're mutants. There's an up close look at the number at the Two of Pentacles for you. There's the ships in the background. Well, lonely. I don't know. I don't think so much that you're. I think we try to force romantic relationships, or we, like, if we're lonely with our, like, if we're by ourselves, if we're single and you're lonely, that's, I mean, like, yeah, it would be nice to have somebody, but I think you need to learn to love the alone time with yourself before you can really truly be ready to meet a soulmate. But anyway, you're going to run across you'll probably come into a situation where you'll have a choice between dating partners, and then you'll meet somebody that seems like a really good idea. They kind of come in, they're strong, they're assertive, you know, they're really smart, which is awesome. You got to love a smart person. But this Six of Swords tells me that eventually you're going to find that your ideas and thoughts and lifestyles, or whatever it is, they just really don't mesh. And you're going to have to move away because that's not your soulmate. Also, the journeying aspect that I've got going on in these two cards with the ships and the boat and the water tells me that you've got a long way to go from some turbulent emotional, like, you've got some turbulent emotional stuff going on there. Like, those ships, riding waves like that in a ship is never a good time. It's very roller coastery, and you need to kind of handle that stuff before you can move forward and be ready to find your soulmate. So it's not so much will you find your soulmate. I think eventually we all find a soulmate, or if not, we find a suitable partner. But only when and if we're ready, if that makes any sense. But I hope that helps you at least a little bit. What I would recommend is maybe doing some tarot reading or pulls to find out how you can get ready to meet your soulmate, like what kind of work you need to do personally to get to the point where when you do meet your soulmate, you're ready. Like, that's because it does you no good to meet your soulmate if you're still like, oh my God. So let me finish up and then I'll touch on that, Kelly. But yeah, you know, it does you no good to meet your soulmate if, like, you're busy in Crazy Town, USA being like super emotional and like, I don't know. Like, if I met my partner, I met Chris when I was 16, and then I met him again when I was 18. And both of those times I was a fucking shambles. Okay. Like, I was like I was the house from the money pit, and he was just like, mm-mm. And then I was just like, good. Cause too, like, no, we're crazy. We're crazy town people. And now we're together. Oh my goodness. But yes, Kelly, arcane bullshit. I have the, I'm such a 5-year-old. I'm laughing at that name. I can't even. I've got the Arcane Bullshit Kickstarter deck upstairs, and then down here somewhere, I've got the game. Oh, here it is, within arm's reach. I've got the Game Crafter version. I've had this deck forever. I love it. I love it. Yes. So Kelly, Arcane Bullshit was a deck on Game Crafter before it was on Kickstarter. You could order the deck, and you could also order an expansion pack. and it came with a free like expanded PDF of the descriptions in the cards. So yes, I have it right here. This is the Game Crafter version. I love this deck. Yes, he had a booster pack. So I think the original deck was like 60 cards. And did you just order the arcane bullshit? Yay! Or did you just order the Mutation Tarot? I don't know what you ordered, Simon. What am I, Simon? Psychic? Like, but anyway. Oh my goodness. But yes, the arcane bullshit deck is awesome. And you know what? Maybe we will draw. We'll do an end of the day. We'll do an end of the day draw for this on this. All right. So, end of the day. Simon, did you sneak the last slim deck out from everybody? Oh my goodness. Your finger slipped? Okay. Okay, Simon, it slipped multiple times in all the fields in just the way it needed to. Did a cat walk across your keyboard and enter in your credit card information as well? Like, oh my goodness. So, okay, so for our last, our energy reading for the day, we got the Nip Slip Pope. You guys, if you don't have this deck, you need it. So we got the Nip Slip Pope. So many nipples. So many nipples. And then we got the old man pouring water on an eyeball. And then we got a werewolf and a pig making out. So let's see. All right, let's see. So we have, so the Nip Slip Pope and the werewolf and a pig making out, and then an old man pouring water on an eyeball. This suggests to me we're going to see some shit today that we can never unsee again. And we are going to wish that this guy, the old man, would come and pour some water on our eyeballs and make it go away. But here's the thing. Sometimes you just have to handle the stuff in your day that you don't like. You didn't want to see it. You didn't want to hear it. Too bad. That's life. Life's not fair. Too bad. That's life. Life's not fair. You're going to come up with some stuff today. And you know what? You got to try and find the humor in it. So, Nip Slip Pope and a pig making out with a werewolf. That's the kind of shit coming your way today. Also, they might slip in. Like the nips, it's going to be sneaky. It's going to be sneaky, and it's going to be under the guise of being pompous and like holier than thou too. But you know what? Joke's on you, Nip Slip Pope. Maybe we enjoy a good nipple. But anyway, all right, guys. It is 10:30. I have to go to work. I love this deck. If you don't have it, you should get it. The new version is heads and tails. Heads and tails above the Game Crafter quality. But as you can tell, this deck and book are this deck and box are well loved. I mean, easily one of the best purchases I've ever made on Game Crafter. There's another deck on Game Crafter right now that I kind of want. I forget the name of it though. I'll do a video on it when I eventually get that one. But anyway, all right, you guys, I will talk to you later. We'll have hopefully more news about the planner next week, and have a wonderful day. Spread the words about it, my babies, because we're going Kickstarter with it, and I need to sell 500 copies of the planner to make it happen, which means we're looking at a Kickstarter goal of $20,000. Holy crap. But anyway, bye guys. Have a wonderful day.